When was the last time you genuinely did something that you enjoyed doing? Something that was important to you, something that would better you, something that was beneficial to those around you, that you genuinely enjoyed doing? When was the last time that happened? Because for me, for the most part, I haven't experienced many things like that. A lot of people, they wake up day to day, get up out of bed, they dread the process of getting out of their house and going out into the world and doing something that they don't like doing. And they repeat this process for years and years. And it's crazy because a lot of people know that they hate what they're doing, but they refuse. They refuse to admit it. I don't know about you guys, but whenever I was doing something that I hated, most of the time, I would just stay there because it was safe and it was predictable. And like many other people, I don't really like dramatic changes. But I had to recognize the fact that in order to grow as a person, sometimes that is a necessary step. In fact, all the time, I'd argue that is a necessary step. Change will always happen when you're growing. And that's going to be uncomfortable, and you need to become comfortable with the fact that it is going to be uncomfortable because there's no other way for you to grow and you to elevate. And I feel like it's that fear of starting again that keeps people stuck because society pushes the message, right? That you should just keep on doing what you're doing because that's life, even if you hate it. And that contributes towards you not wanting to start again because you feel like you have nothing to fall back on. You have no safety net if you go out and explore new things and look for new things. And it's crazy how many people adopt this mentality that they can't start again because as a general rule of life, even if you're passionate about doing something, you're going to have to be a beginner, and being a beginner can be embarrassing, but that's also a part of the growth stage. In order to get good at anything, you first have to be okay with the fact that you're going to get a load of things wrong. There's going to be a whole road of failure ahead of you. Whether that's a job, whether that's a passion, whether that's a side hustle, whatever it may be, there is a road of failure ahead of you. And so long as you can get past this road of failures without taking any detours, success will always meet you at the end. It's inevitable. That is your destination. But in order to do that, you need to be passionate about what you're doing. You can't hate any part of what you're doing. I remember there was this time where I wanted to be a professional athlete, and like many kids in the UK, I told myself that I was going to be a professional footballer, or for some of you, a professional soccer player. So I'd hype myself up, I'd tell myself this constantly, and I'd train and train and train until eventually I got the call up to go to a semi-professional academy. So this is a tier below professional, and of course there were some good players there. I was pretty good, but there were better players than me, and it's when I realized that I wasn't training hard enough, something hit me. Usually, if you're convicted in doing something, right, if you see somebody better than you, it inspires you to do better, but that didn't happen for me, weirdly enough. I started seeing me reaching the same level as them as a nuisance. It felt like an obligation, not a passion, and that's when I realized I never really wanted to be a footballer. I loved the prospects of what could be. I loved my potential, what I could amount to. It was appealing to me. The image was appealing, but the actual process, I hated it. Training, I hated it. I didn't actually want to be a footballer because if I did, I would be a footballer. I'm a very firm believer that everyone is exactly where they deserve to be, and if I deserve to be a footballer right now, then I would be. And this taught me a very important lesson in life. It's that if you don't love what you do throughout the process, then you'll never stick around long enough to become great. You won't. And this applies to everything, not just the example I gave. There will be a guy out there, and he will love the process far more than you. He will want it far more than you. He wakes up every single morning and he smiles at the prospect of him getting to do more work, of him getting to work hard and gaining more knowledge in whatever field he's passionate about. And then there's you, the guy who hates the process, the guy who hates training. He will come along and overtake you and leave you in the dust. You won't stand a chance against people like that who genuinely enjoy what you hate. If you don't love what you do, You will always do the bare minimum. Trust me, I know. I'm speaking from experience here. I remember there was a time where I was in an ice cream shop, and it was one of my first jobs actually, and I absolutely hated it. Waking up early, going out in the cold, miserable weather because I think I joined around February, and scooping out ice cream for impatient customers, and then cleaning up after them as well. I'll never work in food and hospitality again, but I absolutely resented it. And as a result of that, I didn't put in extra shifts, I didn't put in extra hours, I did the bare minimum, just enough to get me by. And I know that there will be counter arguments towards what I'm saying here. People will say things like, this is life and that you need to do things that you don't like, whether you like it or not. But life will teach you a very important lesson about that. If you don't love it, once again, don't do it. Because there's a multitude of things that will lead to doing things that you don't like over the years. Mentally, you won't be in the same place. That glow in your eyes will disappear. You'll be tired. You'll be exhausted mentally and physically. And I think a part of you will resent yourself for not chasing or looking for something that you actually enjoy doing. So today's video, guys, is just an encouragement to go ahead and try out as much as you can, because one day we're all going to get old and we're going to have a few regrets, but some of us are going to have far more than others. There's no point in just thinking about what could be. Actually go out into the world and go ahead and do these things that you're thinking about. And I know there may be comments and thoughts about how delusional this video may be, how naive it may be, and how it goes against how the world currently operates, but I don't care who you are and what you do. If you don't love what you do, then you're never going to be truly successful in doing that thing. So you might as well go out and experience the world and try and find out what exactly your passion is. But yeah, guys, that's been my talk for today. I feel quite strongly about this topic because I've tried out so many new things, and a lot of them I didn't like and some things I did, and this is an example of things that I did like doing, creating content for you guys and interacting with you guys. So if you did enjoy this video, make sure to like, comment, share and subscribe. Share it to a friend or family member who you think may need to see this. And if you guys want to join a community full of like-minded people on the path of self-development, then I'd love to have you in the Kaizen community. I'll leave a link down below in the description as well as the comment section. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care and God bless.